If you come into my class, you need to pay attention. And oh my goodness, when I say she showed up and showed out, she did just that. My name is Felicia Thomas. I'm originally from New York City. I am in the greater Atlanta area now. Creative healthcare concept sprung out of an idea of a colleague of mine. I was helping her with one of her coding and education classes, and she was really intrigued by just how second nature things were to me, and she really pressed the point that I really needed to do something for myself.
What inspired you to create creative healthcare concepts, and how does your brand stand out in the market?
Again, my colleague really spoke to me about how second nature, everything came to me, and it really did. It was like I was a natural. I'd like to think that my brand stands out because of who I am. The information in health information and coding is consistent. It's all in the delivery.
Nice. Can you provide more information about your Inpatient Boot Camp classes, including their length and the benefits that they offer your attendees?
Sure. Well, currently, my boot camp is usually held 3 times a year. I have a class in February. I have a class that just started in June. And my next class will actually begin in October. They're currently 9 weeks long. And they help my students set the foundation to be successful in obtaining their health information and coding certifications.
Could you share a success story from when someone who has attended your course had a great experience with the impact of the boot camp?
Oh my goodness, okay. The first person that comes to mind is Hasina Harding. She is the daughter of a colleague of mine. Me and her mother actually got published together in a AHIMA journal. That's a trade publication. And she wanted to learn more about health information. And she didn't think that her mom could teach her. You know, we all think that, right? And so her mother referred her to me. And I told her, if you come into my class, you need to pay attention. And oh my goodness, when I say she showed up and showed out, she did just that. Everything that I told her she needed to do, how she needed to handle how we look up an abstract from documentation, paying attention to instructional notes, following directions, what to do after class is done, how she needs to study. To the point. She passed with her certification the first time. I helped her re-energize for her second certification. I pointed her to the direction of different organizations in the field that were looking for the newer professional. She also did some work for me under my Creative Healthcare Concepts umbrella. I'm just so proud of her. She went and got 2 credentials and got her a job, and now she just got promoted as an auditor in 2 years.
Awesome.
I'm very visible in the greater Atlanta market. I speak my craft. I'm very active in not only the American Academy of Professional Coders, known as the AAPC, as well as the American Health Information Management Association, which we call AHIMA. I do a lot of presentations, and so I want the fact that I'm that visible to also kind of, you know, be a springboard for creative healthcare concepts. And so far, so good. The majority of my students are referrals, so I'm very pleased and happy about that.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. At the beginning of the year, I started looking at other pieces of health information that could be of value, And I want everybody to stay tuned because interventional radiology is on the horizon.
Oh, how exciting.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations on almost up to 5 years
Yes,
now.
ma'am.
That's something to really celebrate. You
Yes,
should be
ma'am.
very proud.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so speaking of growth in your business and being a working entrepreneur, balancing work and personal life can be challenging. How do you seem to effectively manage it?
I know when to turn work off. That came over time. It wasn't immediate because sometimes we can, burn the wick at both ends, like they say. But really knowing when to turn it off. I love what I do, so it doesn't seem like it's work, but I have to have a balance. And so I've learned to cultivate the balance.
Okay, very nice. Outside of work, what are some of your favorite activities and hobbies? What do you do when you're not working?
I like spending time with my grandchildren. I am getting back into bowling,
How nice.
and I love card games. I love card games.
What's your favorite?
Pequeno.
You'll have to teach me.
Yes, I'll have to teach you that one. I'll have to teach you that one.
Nice, nice. It's nice to know you have a retreat from work.
Yes.
And when you're creating that balance, you can have some fun in the meantime.
Absolutely.
How can people usually connect with you, Miss Felicia? How can they connect with your brand on social media, or what's the best mechanism to contact you for services or asking questions?
Currently, I just, with the help of some very special friends, I've re-energized my website. It's creativehealthcareconcepts.org. That would be a really good opportunity to reach out to me because if you put in that you'd like more information, it actually sends it to my email, and so I can respond directly. I'm learning. I'm getting my feet wet, trying to be more social. But I'm very active on a lot of the Facebook coding little groups and things like that. So if you're around enough, you'll see me respond to something. But definitely, my website is definitely a way for you to get a hold of me.
Awesome. We can all use additional social media.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Absolutely.
It's a growing skill set.
Yes,
in
growing
the
skill
industry.
set. Yes, ma'am.
Are there any additional thoughts or information that you would like to convey about creative healthcare as a concept?
Well, I think that I use a unique perspective in really helping to educate adult students. We all are different type of learners, and I really take that into consideration in how I present the information. We're not teeny boppers anymore, so it's a different perspective. And one of the things that I always tell my students is, once you learn it, you have to speak your craft. People pay attention when they see that everything just flows out and it's not rehearsed, or and I found that out very early in my career. So. Yes, the authentic you. This is me.
On that note, thank you so much for the interview, Ms. Felicia Thomas.
Thank you for your time.
Owner of Creative Healthcare Concepts. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you very much.